What's good with the YouTube? You already know. Big Flocka with a convict's perspective, man. And as you know, yesterday we had some sad news with the individual Savage Studios, man, passing away, man. And I got an individual that particularly knows Savage pretty well, man. They had a rapport, a relationship, man. And we're going to talk about this, man. And that's badass Snoop. What's up, Snoop?
Yeah, absolutely, man. How you doing, Flacco?
I'm doing good, brother.
Yeah, I just wanted to reach out to you because, I know that just recently I was able to, be instrumental in making sure that you and Savage bridged that gap and finally, came to terms on your guys' differences. And, he's somebody that, that I got to know over the years. It's really unfortunate what happened to him, man.
Yeah.
I was very, very distraught with the news that I just got this morning, man.
Yeah, man. There's a whole lot of different theories out there, man. One of them being, man, is that because he did an interview with me, right? Which he in this video, bro, he took a step back. At first, he was, he advocated what he believed as far as a 2-5er for himself and what they were about. But at the end of it, man, he was more. He said, "I hope all Rasta could get along. I hope that there could be no bloodshed." He's made that message very clear in that video, bro. I don't think people realize. I don't think that people like you, which your movement. You guys aren't against Rasta. You know what I'm saying? That's not your guys' agenda. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, the thing is, man, people don't realize that in many ways, Savage is basically an entertainer, bro. He's actually a pretty decent dude, man. I met him when I was in Corcoran Shoe, and he gravitated towards me. He was a young, a young man that, he was a different type of dude, man. And we hit it off real well, So later on, we ended up on the same yard and D facility in Kern Valley. And at that time, he was affiliated with the 2-5ers. And of course, on the yard during that time, there was issues with us. So, I ended up catching an attempted murder, actually, on that yard. With me and several compas got into it with them dudes. But Savage ended up coming back to the hole while I was there. And one thing that I really appreciated about him is that despite the incident that transpired with me and his homeboys, he didn't suddenly come back to the hole and try to be disrespectful behind the doors or any of that. We still had that same rapport and that same relationship,
Yeah.
But I liked him, man.
I seen a leadership quality in the dude, bro. To be honest with you,
What happened?
I seen leadership qualities in the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. He definitely had leadership qualities, man.
He kept it what he felt 100 in his beliefs, man. And whether you agree with it or not, I'm saying he was gonna say how he felt. He wasn't gonna run scared, and it's just sad that a person like that could have brought so much to the world, man. With the platform that he had, the following that he had, even with the haters he had, even the haters would still listen to him regardless, man. That people gotta value. People gotta value life a little more.
Straight up too, but hey, Flacco, he wore his heart on his sleeve, man.
Exactly.
He was a very emotional young man.
Mm-hmm.
And his biggest problem, to keep it real with you, was women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He always had issues going on with his girl and his girls that he was messing with. But I know that it's just really unfortunate, man, because him and I had some ventures that we were going to network with.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but the reason why he kind of got off the YouTube platform is because he had gained a lot of attention on TikTok.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes, I know.
Yeah. He had like literally like 1.2 million followers on TikTok. So he doing his thing. But of course, he's mouthy. He talks shit. But people don't realize, fuck, I don't believe that people don't realize that a lot of that was just entertainment, man.
Yeah.
He was just talking shit. Now, don't get me wrong. He's down for his. He's no punk.
Mm-hmm.
He's with it.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's right there and he's talking shit and he's speaking his mind and he's calling dudes out, well, he's doing that for entertainment purposes, man.
Yeah.
He wasn't a violent dude, man.
No.
He wasn't. He wasn't a violent dude. And as you see, when you guys finally bridged that gap and started conversing and sharing dialogue, you're able to see that a lot of the image that he portrays is just a persona, bro.
That's a lot with a lot of people on YouTube nowadays, though, bro. It's the character that people want to see sometimes in people, man, and sometimes people act a certain way in different segments. You know what I mean? Like, and then therefore they portray that. They portray you as that image. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a couple videos, right, of you catting off in the cell, right? Fucking, you know what I'm saying? That are on YouTube I've seen, right? But that's you just having fun, joking around, catting off. That's if people see now. That's not you. When you're here talking, having a serious conversation, this is the real Snoop right here. That was you having fun in there. You know what I mean? So people start to label, oh, Snoop just a cat. No, fucking, I cat off too sometimes.
But look, let me go with the trip. Because there's several videos. I'm glad you mentioned that because people, they come across these videos, but they don't realize, bro, I'm in a maximum security prison, and they don't know the story.
Yeah.
But you have to look at the essence of it, bro. I'm on a fucking cell phone filming myself in a prison cell.
Yeah.
Can you dig it?
Yeah, I could dig it.
So I'm having a good time, man. I'm enjoying the luxuries of the goals that I've accomplished. I'm reaping the rewards and the benefits of these sacrifices that I've made, and I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, most definitely.
Celebration.
Yeah.
Celebration of life despite my circumstances.
Yeah.
But getting back to, Savage, man, he was actually a real good dude. I don't know if people know his payaso, his nickname was actually Rowdy.
Yes.
That's what I know him as. I know him as Rowdy, and I've watched him mature over the years, man. He might have been obnoxious and people have their own opinion of him, but I know him as a young dude that basically in a nutshell, he's somebody that spoke his mind.
Yeah.
And I can say that one thing that I really can attest to is that he was a man of his word, man. And while he was out there, he's one of the few that chose to establish communication and maintain a line of contact while he was out there. And as you know, not many people do that.
No. No. They get what they want, then they disperse. You know what I'm saying? They're done with you. You know what I mean? If you don't have something for them, then they you know what I mean? They're gone. You there? I think. Okay, I hear you. A little frozen.
Yeah. Hey, excuse me, Fluckle. Yeah, I have to get the phone right now, man. But I really appreciate you taking the time out, man, and sharing this dialogue because, I just appreciate the fact that you had the opportunity to finally, get to know him on a personal level, man.
Most definitely.
I know that you guys have been talking about networking and whatnot, and I can tell you straight up, the event of his demise had absolutely nothing to do with you, Flacco.
Oh yeah, I know that. You know what I mean? There has been a few people that have said that, but I know that, bro. You know what I mean? All right, brother. I'm gonna continue this video and call me later on. Call me later on tonight. All right.
Matter of fact, they just gave me some more time right now, bro.
Okay, handle it.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm saying too much. Excuse me if I'm saying too much, but I'm aware of the venture that you guys were pursuing.
Yeah.
Can you enlighten, if you will, the audience about that?
Well, pretty much we were going to be meeting up, you know what I mean, and we were going to be doing a segment together, man. We like how we were doing it face to face. We were going to try to meet up maybe once a month, and we were going to touch base upon topics just outside of out of prison, even though we're ex-convicts or whatever you want to call us, man. But we were going to bring real life issues to out there to the community, man. Because I mean, me and him together, we had a really good chemistry in that video that we did, man. A lot of people enjoyed it, and we wanted to continue that. You know what I mean? We were going to do one on my show, one on his show, and then we were going to see what else we could potentially do.
Absolutely.
And
I think that would have been phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, I think you should still do that.
Yeah, most definitely.
In the time that I've been conversing with you, I can say you've got some pretty positive things going on, man. And I think you should still pursue that.
Yeah, most definitely. Hey, look, bro, like, we did what we did. We've been a part of all kinds of different things, whether you're actor North Daniel, fucking you associate with 2-5ers, riders, whatever it may be, Sudaniel, whatever. I don't think any of us want for the future for our kids to live that gang lifestyle, bro. You know what I mean?
What's interesting too, I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but he no longer represented 2-5. He was no longer a participant of that.
Oh, he was still represented when I seen him.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't actually a participant of that. No, he stepped away from that, man.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, absolutely. He had stepped away from that quite some time ago.
Well, I didn't even know that. He was acting like he was still represented in the last video we did.
No, I mean, he just, speaks proudly because, it was his choice. It's not like he was, kicked to the curb by his people or anything like that. But nah, man, he had some pretty good things going on with himself, man.
Okay. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, he was actually doing a couple projects that he was working on. Yeah, it's just sad.
This call is being recorded.
Most definitely.
I got up this morning and I had my assistant, my personal assistant, checking my messages, and one of the things that a buddy of mine sent was the YouTube post about that incident.
Yeah.
Well, do you know exactly what transpired?
All I know is that they say a couple of days before he had posted his link to where he was working at, and I don't. That would have had to have been here Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I don't know what day it was because I was with him Tuesday. I was with him Monday and Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? And so he posted the location. Man, there's always been all kinds of people that I mean, he made a lot of people were upset because he made that one remark about the fellas from down south when he said "F the who," right? That was a big issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But as you know, I discussed that with him. He just apologized about that too, though.
Yeah. I know he did. But people were using a lot of people were using that against him. He told me the story about that he told me that they tried. You're aware of when they tried to someone tried to get him out there a while ago, right? Did he tell you about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
About the no tags and the person trying to come to the house with a dog acting like they were looking for the owner.
Yeah,
Yeah, he told me the whole rundown of a couple things, man. But that was a long time ago, and he felt like everything maybe potentially had, was a dead issue. You know what I mean? The thing about him is he wasn't going to stop living his life, man. And you're right, though, man. Even as happy as he was seeming, he still, like you said, the relationship issues were big.
He was out here in LA, all over the place.
Yeah.
But look, I'm glad you transitioned to that. So I mean, let's keep it real, Fluckle. Let's keep it straight up, man. This right here should literally be an example that people need to recognize that can eventually occur.
Yeah.
Some of these people are personified behind, this illusion that's created. This platform is a phenomenal thing. You know, and it gives a voice to the voiceless in many aspects. But in retrospect, it also creates, you know, a possibility for these guys to create these false images.
Yes.
And I'm going to put it out there, you know, like that kid I was talking about, that kid Josh. You know, and he's a perfect example. You know, he's someone, you know, who was in prison, you know, was literally, you know, a jailhouse punk, homosexual that was somebody's boy toy, and now suddenly, you know, he's got this page where he's calling himself, you know, Homies Hangout, and he's grown a mustache, and so now he's trying to present this image, this persona that is fictitious in nature. And he has people's name in his mouth. And, you know, people need to understand that when you create this false image, you create this persona, and you have certain people's names in your mouth, you never know what might happen. So people have to be careful, Flacco. People have to be careful, man. And understand that not everybody's going to play with you, man.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
most definitely, man. You know,
You know, and look, people have asked me, you know, this like, you know, why am I fucking with you? And the thing is that you and I, you know, discussed our stuff. As you know, I'm a businessman. And so, you know, you and I came to terms, worked out something very well, and it's not like we're combining forces, but what we are doing is...
This call is being recorded.
You know, we had a meeting of the minds, and one thing I can say about you, man, and that I can express, is that you come from a place of truth, man. You come with the place of truth wherein you do your best to contact, you know, your sources and find out the authenticity of the stories that you articulate.
yeah,
The stories that you provide for the public to hear.
yeah,
And that's, go ahead.
yeah, most definitely. No, I agree. You know what I mean?
You know, and you come with real content, man. You know, I've had an opportunity to you know, before I even you know, decided to network with you, you know, to make these business endeavors with you. I wanted to see your content. I wanted to see what you were talking about. And one thing that I do remember, people, you know, the audience, the listeners, they may not remember, but I remember you had came out with something about me that you had heard, and you had presented, you posted regarding me being sentenced and me being found guilty. And at that time, I was still in trial. And so I was upset. And if you remember, I posted a video on Savage Studios, and I mentioned your platform. I mentioned Convict's Perspective. I was pretty upset. And at that time, you had put it up maybe for like about a week or so, and you had already generated like 50,000 views. And as you know, as a businessman, you know, a lot of this is about, you know, monetizing your platform, you know, benefiting from it, you know, in a financially.
And I'm gonna say you were good. You were good putting out false information to see who your leak was.
But you know what was awesome though is that you immediately took.
This call is being recorded.
You know, most people, you know, because of course I was upset, and at the time, I didn't know that you know, you were the young man that I met many years ago in Solano.
Yeah, you don't.
So, you know, I'm hearing that this false narrative, this false information is being put up. Of course, I'm upset.
Yeah.
But in most cases, a lot of dudes would have responded negatively. They would have, you know, you know, they would have been in denial, or, try to contest what I was conveying.
Well, see,
one thing that you did, man, you immediately took it down.
Well, see, I was in contact with your other boy, and basically what he told me was that there was false information put out there because you wanted to see where someone was talking that shouldn't have been talking about stuff. You mean? And
and the thing is, you even provided the name of the person that brought this information to you. You know?
Yes, most definitely, man.
Yeah, that's when we first spoke, man. You know.
So I remember Snoop from fucking. He doesn't remember. I was his building channel. You remember now. I was your building channel back then, but fucking. All I remember is we played pinocchles and we all joke around that's your torta. you don't remember using that word torta? She's a torta. She's a torta. Man, we used to play pinochle, man. I was like skinny young kid back then, guys. I was like, man, 18 years old, bro.
Yeah, you was young. I was young too, man. I was only like 21 years old.
Yeah, you were young too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was young, but I've always been, ahead of my time, man.
I mean, this is a time where we'd walk the yard bumping 17 Reason when it came out. Do you remember that? When Smiley had that, we would on purpose would walk the yard bumping that with a fucking little what do you call those little radios? The M whatever. The Super Threes. We would walk around right there by the weights. You know where the bar work is, where you used to do the bar work? We'd walk over there bumping that song on the north side. This is how we ride on fucking purpose. I don't know how we didn't kick off a riot sooner.
Yeah, straight up.
You know what I mean?
But man, you remember we had that yard sewed up though. They didn't want it like that.
No.
And the reason why is because before you had got there, remember we attacked them, you know?
Yeah.
We attacked them, man. So we demonstrated, our willingness to handle our business, you know?
Yep. Yeah, that was a time there, man. But man, I appreciate all that though, man. I mean, it's been an interesting journey, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I mean, the last time I seen you before that was when I was leaving Chuco in the Santa Clara County Jail, and you were in the fucking holding tank, and you were fucking banging on the door for about a half hour at me, bro. You don't remember that, huh?
I don't remember that.
Oh man, I think you were just coming off the streets and were pissed off or something, man. Oh man.
Yeah, I got locked up in March of 2003.
No, this is around June or July. Did they move you from somewhere to the old jail around that time?
Yeah, I started off in the snake pits. They sent me to the snake pits.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard about what happened. Do you know Thumper from Eastside Hoods?
I know him. Yep. He's still around. He just had, I think he had a stroke or something. His health's not the best right now.
You know one thing I can say about Santa Clara County, and I will say this. They ran a tight ship.
Oh yeah.
I remember I got to the snake pits. I'm in Santa Clara County. I'm out there networking, and so they put me in a dorm. And in the dorm, I believe there's like maybe 30 people in the dorm. And at 30 people, there's 10 homeboys. So when I get there, I provide my booking, my booking sheet that shows my charges and whatnot. And they're like, "What's your name?" I tell them Playboy. So they're looking at it. And so at the time, I had a $500,000 bail at first. So I'm over here trying to work things out.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone. I'm asking if they contacted the bail's bondsman yet. Did they wake him up? It's my buddy Dave Clark that was running hand-in-hand bail's bond in Sacramento that I network with. And so I'm looking at the reflection in the window. So the homeboys come up to me, and they're like, "Hey, we need to get at you." I'm like, "Pertaining to what?" They're like, hey, what prisons have you been to? Where'd you parole from? I said, "I've been to a whole bunch of prisons."
This call is being recorded.
They're like, "Hey, okay, we need to get at you." So I'm looking at the reflection. Mind you, I've only been here for about maybe 30, 45 minutes. I've been on the phone for about maybe 20, 25 minutes. I'm seeing that they're looking at my name, and they're looking at a piece of paper, which I believe was the B&Ls, the bad news list.
Yeah.
So, I'm hyped up. I'm making several calls. There's people that are waiting on the phone. I'm telling them to hold the hell on. And by now, these guys come up to me, and they're like, "Hey, we get at you. I said, pertaining to what? They said, well, we need to check out your tattoos. I said, you need to check out my tattoos? And it was just on and cracking. As soon as they said that, I just got off on them.
How many jumped on you?
Everyone. The whole dorm, bro.
They got you?
Yeah, straight up, bro. So I'm against the window, and I'm just chucking them with these dudes,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on and cracking, man. It was on and cracking. And, but I mean, they handle their business. But I can honestly say, they had their shit together.
Yeah.
They had their shit together. It was within an hour. So I went from snake pits. They put me in the shower, and then they ended up sending me over to the new jail.
That may have been when I seen you. No, you got there in March, you said. When'd you come back from the new jail?
I was in the new jail. That was in March. I went to the new jail in March. This the same day that I went to the snake pits. They sent me to the 5th floor. I was in the 5th floor, I believe 5A, which was the intake module.
Mm-hmm.
They had me right there trying to assess, what's going on and what they're going to do with me. So they ended up sending me to 5C, which was a regular program.
I think that was a drug program back then.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
I see.
They had a drug program on the top tier.
And when did you come back to the old jail? I seen you when you were coming back to the old jail. I think you actually probably took my cell.
Yeah, I ended up staying there for like 2 weeks, and I ended up getting into it with the Nathaniels right there. And then from there, they ended up sending me back to the old jail, and they ended up putting me in, I believe it's 3 West, it's the security unit.
Yeah.
I was right there in the same pod with Gian.
Yeah, that's when I left, because when I was leaving, they had you in the holding tank. You were going into my cell. There was only 4 cells. There's one Asian cat that was facing a death row Rico.
4 cells, absolutely.
There was okay. I left. You were moving into my cell. There was a TV that was on the car that pushed. The showers were right there, and there was only 4 cells. And on the other side, there was fucking the North Max. You were a Little Max.
They had the phone. They had the roller phone.
Yeah, the roller phone. Yeah, you went into my cell, bro. That's why when I was coming, that's why you were. I thought. That's why you were cussing me out, man. I remember that day. I'm like, what the fuck did I do to this dude, man?
Yeah, you know what? Hey, keep it real with you, bro. I am kind of recollecting that now. I recollect that now.
Yeah, man. You were fucking yelling at me, like banging on the wall and all kinds of shit. I was like, what the fuck did I do to this dude? I thought we were cool. You know what I mean?
You know what? You're absolutely right. See, when you said that, I thought that you were saying that I was like behind the window. I was in that little area right there where the bars are at.
Yes.
You're absolutely right.
Banging on everything. Yeah. Right. I was like, I didn't say nothing. I was going home. You were going into my cell. You know what I mean?
They put me back there because they had those 4 cells, and then across the way, they had another security unit where they had like 20 cells.
Yeah, that was a high profile area because I think it was me, Chuco, and then there was an Asian guy named D from down south who fucking had a hell of murders on his. He was on that big.
Yeah. He was locked up for several murders out there.
Yeah, man. That was like. It was kind of a cool little area. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did a couple murders in Palo Alto and a few places out there, allegedly.
Yeah. Yep. I remember that shit.
I enjoyed it right there. I was right there for a minute, man. We was able to get our yard. We had our TV right there, our phone.
And you were talking to Chuco?
What happened?
You were talking to Chuco, or you guys weren't talking?
Yeah, absolutely. We should chop it up. Absolutely.
Okay.
His co-defendant was a friend of mine.
Yeah.
An old friend of mine, Dreamer Escamilla.
Yeah. I talked to Dreamer.
Him and I are no longer friends because of his going-ons and his behaviors in prison are contrary to my beliefs.
Yeah. I get it.
As youngsters, he was a good friend of mine, man. Dreamer from Eastside Hoods. I remember he was in YA with me.
I talked to Carlos too, bro. Roman. You know what I'm saying?
That's my boy.
Yes, that's another.
Carlos Roman.
Yes, another boy.
That's a good friend of mine, bro.
That's another boy that got hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good friend of mine. That's my dude right there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went around there. I used to when I got out of YA when I was 18, I used to actually.
This call is being recorded.
I used to drive out to San Jose to go kick it with Carlos and Dreamer and Dumper and
Kojak and all that.
Chino Boy from Santa Cruz, Midget.
Oh, from Eastside Hoods?
Boy.
No, yeah, Mitch is from the Hoods too, huh? I forgot about that. Manuel,
Midget's from the Hoods.
Manuel Holgen. Yeah, I forgot about him, bro.
You know, people don't remember, bro. Eastside Hoods were factors back then.
Oh,
bro.
Eastside Hoods were with the shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? They were definitely.
Completely with the bullshit.
You know what I mean? You know.
Absolutely, man. They were completely with the bullshit. I don't know if you know Fat Boy from Balmas. You know Fat Boy?
No, I don't know Fat Boy.
What about Beto Miramontes from? He's from one of those new barrios. Well, it's not new anymore, but there was a little barrio that came out. They were from the south side and east side.
San Grande?
San Grande? No, not San Grande. You remember a dude named Poste? You know Poste?
I know Poste.
Okay, his barrio. What's his barrio called?
He's from Poste. Was from motherfucking the one I know was from Palmas, bro.
No, this one wasn't from Palmas. It was a gang that they had started, man. They were with the bullshit too. They actually were funking with Palmas.
Well, if they're from the south, trying to think from the south side though. I'm trying to think who that would be.
Yeah, there was south side and east side. It was a barrio that combined forces with some of the other barrios. They created their own barrio.
I'm not even know. I know all the. I know both. All the.
You know Carlos's little brother.
Huesos. Yep, that's my boy too.
He's a good little dude too, man.
Yeah, man. I me and him know each other from the streets and inside there, bro. In the county jail, bro. Hey, put it this way: we were in the 4th floor, and you know they have like 4 cells that you could talk in the vent, right? It was me.
Yeah.
It was me, Huesos, and motherfucking Jerry. I mean Carlos. So you know we was cabbed off in that vent, bro.
Yeah,
we was cabbed off in that vent, man. Yeah, I became close to those individuals, man. Not just being locked up, but also behind the walls as well, though, man. I mean, I'm on the streets as well. You know.
Yeah, I ran into Wessel in Tehachapi in 2013. He was there.
Yeah, I think he got caught up in that situation that happened with Mateo. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So in Pleasant Valley,
Is he
so.
still functioning though? Is he still functioning?
I have no idea. He's at CMC East and it's a non-designated yard. I think they're just programmed. I don't know what they have established. I don't really know nothing.
This call is being recorded.
He was.
I don't know if I've told you this, but I mean, you know, in reality, I really don't care. I don't care. You know, I'm just interested in what's going on with different people, but you know, like I told you before, man. You know, I'm at a point in my life right now where I've conquered the game. You know, I've conquered it, and so now, you know, I really look at life in a different perspective.
We're getting older, bro. We're getting older, bro. Like we have to.
Absolutely,
We have
man.
to.
I don't care about whether somebody's active or inactive or you know they're norteños or sureños or.
I got an important question, right? As we see what happened with Savage Studios and so many other people, right? What is your advice for the youngsters out there, man? You know, it's just stay away from the lifestyle.
Be careful, man. Be careful.
You know.
Be careful.
Okay.
You know the game is real, and if you're out there and you're in the midst of things and you're you know indulging in illegal activities, running around with you know unruly people, there's serious consequences that can happen, man.
Yeah.
Some people would take things a lot more serious than others.
Most definitely.
And so, you know, what I would encourage is for the youngsters out there, everybody out there, anybody out there, you know, just to be careful. Be careful and just enjoy life. Enjoy freedom. There's so much opportunity out there. There's so much opportunity out there, man. Take advantage of it.
Exactly.
Because, you know, your life can end. Your life can end. And people don't think about that. People don't think about, you know, the demise.
Yeah.
And
Or being down 25, 30 years. You know what I mean? You know, it happens. I mean, look, we talked to the OG the other day, man. 45 years. You know what I'm saying?
down 45 years, man.
You know?
Absolutely.
You know? It's like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, and they're just enjoying it, man. It's just.
Hey, did you know that he was a friend of mine?
Yeah, you told me. Yeah, he told me. You told me.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was my OG player partner right there.
It's a real one.
Yeah, we used to network out there. He's a real one, bro. Yeah,
I mean, he's a real one for these current dudes that are fucking. He was their real one. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. He's a factor. You know, he was a factor.
He was a factor, bro.
Yeah, he was a certified member. You know.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay, well, I think we did pretty good on this one, man. We got to touch about a lot of things, man. Shots, my condolences to the Savage Studio family, man. You can reach out to, either one of us, man. If we could do anything to help out, let us know, man. It's a sad situation. I know he cared about his son immensely. You know what I mean? And so hopefully, somehow, some way, his legacy that he left behind will be there.
Yeah, and what I have to say to that is what I would, ask the YouTube platforms. Stay away from the negativity. I know that he's creating a little controversy and whatnot, but as I previously indicated, a lot of that was personified. It really was, man. Above everything, he really was an entertainer. A lot of the things that he did was for entertainment. So, I would encourage, let's not, post anything negative or, make a mockery of this, tragic event, because do understand that he does have family. He has a family, man.
And this could be you.
He does have people that love him. So, I concur with you.
Appreciate that.
I give my condolences and to his family. All right, Flacco, it was nice to